Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into the North Main Minute. I'm Joshua Dopey, a foundational planning question with which we're working literally every day in one way, shape, or form has to do with the broad idea of planning for how folks move through retirement. Now, you may be one who is in retirement, so a lot of these things that I'm going to be saying here in the next few moments may be very familiar to you, but these are very important ideas to keep in mind, especially if you're already in retirement. The first one has to do, or if you're looking at retirement as well, but the first one has to do with where your income options are. Now, that is different for everybody. You may have some options with Social Security. Knowing when and how to take that, very important. You may have a pension. Fewer and fewer of those in this day and time, but you may have a pension. What are the best options to choose relative to a pension? Do you have a spouse? Do you need a survivorship option? What kind of options are available to you there? You may also have a portfolio that from which you can draw income as well, perhaps a 401k or IRAs or other investments. You may have real estate that provides rental income for you or means of passive income for you or some other kind of investment which is going to supply you with income in retirement. So very, very important to keep those kinds of ideas in mind. Second big item to keep in mind, and this is especially pertinent to your portfolio, you want to make sure that you're taking income draws from it in a healthy way, meaning that you don't want to be in a space where 10, 15, 20 years down the road that you haven't planned for things like inflation or healthcare expenses that you may not have today, but for which you'll be responsible at a later date. So you want to make sure that your withdrawal rates are very, very appropriate for your overall portfolio. The third and final item that I would recommend for you to keep in mind is make sure that when you enter retirement, you don't get too conservative with your investments. We see this kind of bias all the time. Sometimes folks think, well, I'm going to be real aggressive until I get to retirement, and then I'm going to be ultra conservative. Well, if you're not going to live very long in retirement, that can work. However, we see folks who are 20, 30, even 40 years in retirement. You need a lot of understanding about how growth goes into that kind of time frame, making sure that your investments keep up. It's not going to be the same 20, 30 years from now in terms of expenses as it is today, and you want to make sure that your portfolio is tuned for that. If you'd like to reach out to us at North Main Financial Group, perhaps take a look at your overall retirement plan. Maybe you're looking at retirement in the near future. Perhaps you're already in retirement and you're wanting to make sure that you're pushing in the direction that you desire to go. We'd love to hear from you. NorthMainFinancial.com.